Hello everyone, welcome back to Anno 1800, welcome back to once again some naval battles. I decided we chase down this advanced battle cruiser that is in the ocean out there, and yeah, let's also have a look at that, at the loot. So Miss Hunt is sending that over. Look at that, Miss Hunt is sending over more airships. Is that Miss Hunt? No, it's Bente, it's Bente. That's fine, I guess. What is Bente now doing? These airships are totally disrupting my security feeling about this game. So, okay, care packages. Thank you, Bente, for this. We don't need to worry about you any longer for now, at least. And then, of course, also what is happening right now is that my flag monitors are on the way to Mbeza because, yeah, we do need to do some cleanup there and also get rid of all these airships here that linger around. In that case, that was, I think, the last warship for now. My two dreadnoughts, we can get them a bit more into the center again. Actually, let's have one of them secure my tourist port here. We are really stretched with the influence at the moment, so nothing I can do about that. I could get rid of some of the islands that I have, right? Because with that we would get influence back. However, I am pretty sure you know who I'm talking about is going to settle on them, so not the best thing I guess that we can do here. That warship I don't need anymore. Let's get it to my other ships back home again, or let's get it to Catester over. There's always need for some more protection over here. Now, I was in the process of getting us more investors in. We do need that for more influence. And also, I heard your complaints about building variety. You don't like to have so many brick buildings everywhere. So we could also change it a bit around. I would not like to go for the vanilla version too much, but we can definitely go with something more brighter as well. And I think this is also fitting in nicely into the city there. So we can have these guys here, so a bit more colorful or a bit more white looking, right? And another thing is that, of course, we could also try to get a bit of a nightlife district in, right? So there's these special skins for that. There we have them, I think. That one, right? This is a bit more nightlife looking. There's a music hall then here. There's a casino. Casino 1800, and I think during nighttime we can also see some nice lights coming out of them, some neon lights that lighten the whole city up. Look at that, it's totally brighter than the standard versions. Having some smaller casinos, though a complete nightlife district actually makes sense then as well at some point, right? But yeah, that's it. We can of course do more about this. We can have this district here that is closer to that building, also changing a bit to not the colorful version really, but I think the...
As always, I endure.
So there you go, also a bit more brighter in the area, mixing it up a bit. It totally makes sense, of course. But of course, with the skyscrapers, we're going to see some massive changes there once again as well. For these guys here, though, let's just keep it all in red brick. And with that, we're fine. Now, a few more things. We have a few upgrades that we can do there. Very good. So the farmers, we should get totally rid of there anywhere closer. 660 we have, so I guess we could also now upgrade all of them here. Very good. And next on the agenda would be more investors, right? We do now have everything fulfilled again, so there's also enough coffee in at the moment, once more. And that means only electricity is missing for this whole district. We do have our power station over there. So that means we do need another power station for this whole area there. Let's quickly have a look where we could squeeze it in. I think that is a good position there. If we go for that, we will get almost all of them. And this one might even be a better one, though it's close to the main road. I'm not a fan of having it too close to the main road because it's then quite visible. So yeah, we do need to squeeze it in here, right? So these three buildings need to go for now. Lucky as we do have space available. And then also these two buildings here that we need to move for now a bit away there. I'm definitely not going to delete them, of course, because these are high tier buildings, right? And then we got this area available there. We already have the main bus, let's call it main bus, close by. So we just only need to have the oil power plant that we can then squeeze in here. Of course, gas would be so much easier at this point, right? Because we would only need a warehouse then close by. And then we got Nate's windmill. This is a modded version, right? This is producing a bit of electricity. Locally for one industry would be fine, but for the city, of course, the range is way too small on that. That's it though, right? Biogas plant we would also have. Interesting one. So out of fertilizers or Arctic gas, we could then make biogas. But in that case, nothing of that persists or exists right now. So let's go ahead and get us the power station right in here into that area, and we will have to build it like so. And this one is then getting all the buildings all the way down here. Very good. All the way over here as well, and also all the way over there, right? So if we have another power station there, these people, then the rest of them will also be affected by this. Very good. So there is then, of course, a bit of a problem here. Yeah, we need to tend to this one. Oh god. All right, 3 more minutes I need to wait. That's not that great. Let's go ahead. We're getting distracted so easily. It's incredible. Then we have this, and I actually wanted to have a bit of a distance between the tracks there and the buildings, so we also will probably need to move this one away there a bit. And the question is just where? Oh, space is as always tight. Oh, by the way, over there we have room for 2 more buildings that we can squeeze in. By the way, this is a school. We don't need that school here anymore. We do have artisans here, but there's a school. Let's get rid of that school, and boom, we have the space for our nomads that are now moving over to this area. Very good. And then we can make the connection just fine now with the main system. There it is. And of course, what we could always do here now is also having the walls in between to separate it so that no children go to the tracks there themselves. And then we have our station itself. By the way, I do need a gate now because like this one here. And also here, definitely. There you go. Let's build this one. Let's build the gates. And let's build the power station, really. Because this is all said and done now. This is not looking really good here. So, I guess we can also live with that, right? So without the gates, it's just not looking very good. And then we have it here. Of course, as always, also we could add some more, especially trees around it. About a power station. Because we definitely do need something here as a buffer. And that we could have a little garden or something like that. We do have plenty of fountains by now. Also having this one in. And with that, electricity and oil is hopefully coming soon. How much oil do we have? Ah, there is 159 now being unloaded right now. And we're still not really having that much oil. So this one is, of course, not making it so easy for our, for our oil storages. Alright, there's a few more upgrades we can do. And yeah, then these workers there. Goes to the tracks. There's another farmer. And then these workers here that we've just upgraded. 2 workers can now be upgraded to artisans as well. 2,000 workers we would still have. So really, really nice. And then perhaps a few here. How's it looking with the world fair? Coming along, almost done. I guess a few more filaments are being needed. Wood veneers are being needed, right? 12 more tons. And then this should be finished as well. Let's not forget about the sanatorium. Let's have some more buildings around it that are high quality. And here also these workers there, these workers, and these workers. Shouldn't look like a poor district around the sanatorium. I don't like that too much. And in that case, there's also that school here, but this one we still need, right? We could then have, as always, also some greenery around that. And here,
a renowned personage has arrived.
And then perhaps also something in there, like a playground again. There you go, a little playground in the gardens there, just beside the school. Once more. In the meantime, while we wait for electricity to arrive, let's continue a bit with Manola. We do have our brick factories rather close to the city. Let's move them a bit further outside. Perhaps also a bit into our industrial zone that we have over there, so that we can move them. And the clay is then being just delivered to the warehouses. And then from the warehouses here to the brick factories. And with that, we have a bit more space here that we can use then for city development. So let's have that warehouse over there. And that warehouse actually can stay in this area. Here we could then just have some trees around that. Tropical forest. And then we can continue with a few more buildings. There's the marketplace. making that connection.
I can recognize a cruel master.
Let's have a bit of a distance here then. A bit more. There you go. Another district completed. And yeah, what we can also do is, of course, paving the roads for Manola. Let's do this. Very good, there it is. So the whole of Manola is now paved with beautiful brick roads. We also got a nice little canal system over here, a little esplanade where you can walk around. And also, by the way, the hacienda is still not paved. We don't have the bricks for now, but at least we use the bricks and we no longer cap them. And of course, they're coming in quickly again. Now, what happened also in Crown Falls, very important indeed, is the World Fair has finished the next phase, and with that we can now finally start the last phase. Oh, this is now coming along. Beautiful. It's been a while since I've built a world fair, and now we just need light bulbs. We have caoutchouc, we have 2,000 engineers, we have electricity, we have oh, only now though with the power plant, right? And 300 filaments. There it is again, my old friend. For the electricity, there is the power plant, right? It's getting the oil now finally. 160 of it, and with that we can then electrify the world fair as well, right? So this is also affecting it. Very good. And the only thing is the filaments. I'm pretty sure though by now we are out of them again. We are full of filaments. Do I still have something in the docklands activated for this? No, we don't. So nice one. We do have everything that we need. I just need a trade ship over there. Let's get a cargo ship down, get us the filaments, and with that we have everything set for that beautiful world fair. In the meantime, those engineers have now electricity. Finally, they can also read and use power during nighttime. And the only thing that we still need here is that school. Unfortunately, we need to get rid of that. We have artisans here, but we can build a school over there. Actually, we should have just moved it over there. Once again, I was a bit too quick with my actions, but in that case there is the school just for these artisans here, because at some point of course we want to upgrade them. Actually, we can upgrade them now. Better now than later. Let's move this over there again so we can get rid of the last artisans. That was a bit of a mistake there. There's the members club, of course, that we want to add then to this area. I did not see that we have artisans here still. Perfect, though, while they are coming back again, what we can do now is we can upgrade them. This is really nice, and let's just go ahead and upgrade the whole bunch all the way up here. And this brings us 140 influence. This feels good. There's also a few more here and a few more here. 200 influence. Very, very nice. And also here. Yeah, let's just go all the way up there to the top. 300 influence we got out of this upgrade there. That's just perfect. I could even go with more, though we should make sure that we always have a few engineers available, right? That's the very important thing here. And I guess now we can also then upgrade them so that at least we got engineers here. Come on. Don't be shy. Grow to the last, please. There it is. Now we can move the school. And now I can get a members club in here. Something that we definitely should, because that's a lot of investors now, and they might be very unhappy without a members club. And we should be able to just nicely squeeze it into this area there. By the way, that road is not needed, and I would like to have it here. And of course, the members club can definitely be hidden, because, you know, it's a secret place for all these men to go to chat, to have a chat about. And on the other side, a hatch with a few park benches might be nice to just take a stroll in the middle of the town here. Now though, what's really exciting also is my monitors. There is a lot of airship cleanup that we have to do here, right? So that is my goal, that we can build Tabarim without getting one-shotted again, because with that amount of airships, she can probably still one-shot my Tabarim out of the waters. And with the influence that we have, we can now also get then some proper protection over. So there is my tailwind ship for that. And I think we can actually now then also start to settle in Tabarim. Let's just have a look what those flag monitors can do.
We are many.
And this is just a lot of fun to see. What we can also do is send the dreadnoughts in, because Miss Hunt will not keep that island here.
Ship under attack.
We should not get too close to the harbor area there anyway, because my flag emplacers, of course, they cannot attack the harbor area. Look at the loot. It's very tempting to just collect it all. Meanwhile, the dreadnoughts are moving forward into the harbor area. Let's collect, actually. Yes. Destroy them all. That is just very, very necessary and beautiful to see. Potatoes these airships have on board. Some books.
Moving to coordinates.
Pocket watches. Whatever the captain needs, right? Sugar.
Stations.
Nothing really, really necessary.
That was but a shadow.
And now we can also take over the island.
Attention for the Admiral. Fleet on the move.
Your enemy's resistance is crumbling.
That was just very satisfying overall, and with that we take over that island here, destroy the remainings of her airships. There's also quite a lot of wooden ships still in the area that we could clean up. So those guys here. Very close anyway.
I suppose expansion is always good.
What do you have in store, Miss Hunt? At least one item that is not that great. Just a ride reduction. Nothing that we would really, really need. And let's just try to get something here, even though the chances of finding something good are very low, right? So it's really just some consumer goods here and there. Flour. No idea why that would be on an airship, but okay. There you go. All power to the flour. They cannot turn around anymore. They're also a bit trapped there now. So it's nice for us to just destroy a few more ships here of Miss Hunt.
Moving to coordinates.
Ship under attack.
Very good. Flee, you fools. You have no chance, really. And with that, we can finally also have some fun now in Tabarim, right? That we can then settle, and she will not be able to quickly take it out anymore. I'm going to keep some of my flags here, but we're going to have some defenses too. And the other ones we can actually then also safely move back to other places, probably the New World and such. With the influence that we have, of course, let's also build some more dreadnoughts. I would like to go with 2 more. Oops, that was a battleship. We want to have the dreadnought. That brings us to 170 influence. And then I would like to use probably 100 for more defense. And then we still have 70 influence now that we can use for other things. Such as, for example, finally our cigar production that we have over there, right? So in Demings, I've been waiting now a bit, but we can definitely do this now. It's so important that we get the cigars over for Manola and of course for our growing investor population. There's still the dreadnoughts, however I think there's not going to be a big attack anytime soon here. Miss Hunt seems to be really on the ground right now. I mean, military wise of course not, but her motivation might stink. And there's lots of oil here that we will need to use as well in Demings. By the way, I don't have any steel over, no I don't. upgrade the trading poster right away. And let's also get us some storages up there for starters.
Reporting in.
And we're probably getting the rest though, not from Manola, even though we would have... No, let's get the rest from Crown Falls, right? So in Crown Falls, let's just send one of our many cargo ships that we have available. And let's send lots of building materials over, especially also steel beams, reinforced concrete. And I'm not entirely sure, do we have the weapons over in Demings right now? Did I send some weapons over? No, I did not. So we also should get us some weapons over there, just in case. Plus the steel that we need for the oil production, plus the reinforced concrete, windows, and more bricks. And the same goes with the second ship. By the way, there's my filaments. Let's unload this one and get us some more bricks, steel, and probably also more reinforced concrete over there. And you can go now to Demings. Off you go. Very important mission that we get the cigars over. There's still a few more that we can upgrade to investors. And here. Let's have a quick look at their skins. Not that many skins available for the investors. We could go with some nightlife investors again. And then also a bit more colorful. A bit more colorful here along the main road. As we move into that district there. Might actually work that we get a bit more colorful over there then.
Exploring yet more islands.
Also that we have it, Tabarim now under our control. We get some Wansa timber for starters, and that's it. We got plenty of resources then as well that we can get in here. And yeah, this is then our next island. Let's actually move the trading post perhaps a bit further down here. A bit more central. And with that, we can also start now another big city. Probably with one major road there, and then also some roads here, I guess. Here though, because of the beach area, yeah, we're going to have the harbor then, most likely. Right, and here we can continue down a few other districts then. Very good. And then we just start out with our first productions. That's the Wansa timber. Let's get us a road all the way up there. Far away as possible. Where you can then have them. And they're actually really easy. It's just one building, right? The Wansa timber cutter and the wood cutter. And let's have us a bunch of them here. So we can definitely have 3. And I think we don't need more than 3, really, long-term wise. A bit tricky here because of the situation, but it's fine. That one has the connection. That one and that one. They produce every 15 seconds, right? So, pooh, that's a very fast production. And then we just have our marketplace once more. Now, of course, as always, we're going with several districts that we have then. My standard layouts. This one, and then also a few more densely populated ones. Very good, let's build the marketplace.
But a fraction of what is traded. Tales, news, prayer.
And then the first farmers that can move in here, or shepherds as they're being called. And in that case, also now our wood production right over there. This is going to take a while, of course, because the trees need to grow first.
You may want to build these a little way off.
Just a beautiful area once again that we have now here with the palace up there. And this all will be nice city ground. And unfortunately only 2 tiers available, but we're still going to get this one up to make a nice big city out of it eventually. Let's have a few more. And also the main quest for Mbesa starts with that. And in that case also that will lead us then to the scholars that we urgently want, really. In the meantime, I would then also like to start with my production here of cigars in Demings. Now, cigars is something that, well, I think you do need in moderate amounts, but not too much. 11 right now with already a pretty big investor population. Don't forget, those skyscrapers will push the consumption up there again massively. And also Manola that we have, and in Manola there's also 5. So around 16 is the demand right now. I think the long-term demand will be around 40 that we should then calculate in. Now, beside the trade union, I would definitely like to use the tractors here once more. We do have oil supply in Demings, so that is the most important thing. Other than that, I don't think we are going with the silos though, right? With the tractors, as we can see, we already can go up to 192 fields. So quite high. Actually, it's more than that. It's, what? 288 fields for one tobacco plantation. If we want to make this one really work, then with the tractors boosting the output, then of course, that's a lot. So let's actually also go for silos here, just in case, right? As we already require that many fields, it might just make sense to also have then the silo to further boost that and save space along the way. It's going to require a lot of these tobacco plantations now that I'm going to plaster here full. There you go. Also the trade union, then let's just make sure that we do have plenty of that. In that case, let's use all of that space here up then with the tobacco plantations. This is going to be a lot of manual work, unfortunately, as I do require that space to have as many of them as possible close to the trade union.
From its voyage.
And there you go. It took me quite some time, but with that we have now the most of these tobacco plantations within. They're also being boosted by a tractor barn and a silo at the same time. And then we're going to get a fully upgraded warehouse into the center. You know what, let's make it 2 fully upgraded warehouses that we can then have in the center, because I'm pretty sure once everything here has been boosted, it's going to be quite messy with that. The only thing we also need then is a fuel station, right? So this one we need for having the producing some of that juicy fuel. In that case, we can have it down here. It is delivering the fuel all the way up. That should be fine because there's not that much delivery going on all the time, right? They just need a few tons and then produce it all the time. That is over here, and then we have the oil springs that we can still use up here. This should also be working out fantastically perfect. And then the ones down there. By the way, my ships have arrived. Very important. Because with that, we get all the juice over that we are going to need now for this massive production. Especially the oil, we definitely need to bump up. We're still low on oil in Crown Falls. And this will be then my next goal as well. So far so good. Stay tuned.